Larry Dewey, Chairman, President, CEO of Allison Transmission at the New York Stock Exchange, celebrating your centennial anniversary. Nice to see you.
It's great to be here, and it's great to be here with the team from Allison.
You've had a very interesting past, and I'm going to talk about the most recent past, and that's your last earnings report. You had a few bright spots, North America, on-highway vehicles, doing well. Where are you in the recovery there, and is there going to be enough growth to counter some weakness in other parts of the business?
Well, as you have noted, certainly defense and off-highway is down pretty much to irreducible levels, so we feel that that has bottomed out. We've got some slow growth in North America, cyclical growth. We're also gaining some penetration there, so we think the combination of the two will allow us to show some top-line movement. We've also been spending a lot of time outside North America in the on-highway space, working to gain releases which will allow us to gain some penetration in those markets where penetration of automatics and commercial vehicles is very low.
Let me just clarify on the off-highway market, and that's things like equipment for miners, the energy industry. You think that that's bottomed even on the energy side?
Well, energy's, I would have said in May, by April, May it did. Obviously there's been a little bit of a perturbation, but in terms of our business, it's down at such a level, it's almost, I can't say it's too irreducible, it's not zero, but it's down so low that what we're seeing today between parts and some of the new units is all that is sustaining the current level of activity.
All right, outside the U.S., you do have some operations in China and Brazil, for instance. How are those markets doing? China in particular is of recent concern, and some analysts are also worried about the slowdown in Brazil.
Well, certainly in China we've seen a bit of a slowdown there. In the transit bus business, even though the last quarter was up year over year, that's really more of a timing issue. So we have seen a little bit of a slowdown there. Brazil, we have gained some new releases, and so we've been able to offset a little bit of that softness. In fact, we're showing that we're up there as well a little bit. So while we're concerned with those, we continue to focus on gaining the releases to help us gain share in what's a little bit of a smaller market maybe.
I know hybrids are a smaller part of the business, but sales were down, and I'm wondering if that's cyclical with energy prices. When energy prices are lower, people think less about hybrids.
Well, it's certainly part of it. I think there's a piece of it. The other thing is there's been a lot of work done with conventional powertrains to improve the emissions profile. And so people are taking a look and saying, okay, between the operating costs, the acquisition costs, what's the smart play? You know, we've got the products, we've continued to develop because we don't believe that the current energy situation is going to stay that way. We want to have a total range of products for whichever direction the customers want to go so that we're well positioned.
All right, you've had an interesting couple of years, not quite 100, but let's see, you used to belong to GM,
Yes.
You were a private company, Carlyle Group infused some cash into your business, you went public a few years ago. So what's the one highlight that we're going to see in the next 100 years?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of product and market development. We are very much focused on product development. We've spent a lot of money even through the downturn on product development. Even today we're developing new products for the off-highway space even though that market is down, and we'll be rolling those out on a cadence basis throughout the coming years to get us launched into the next 100. I'm not sure about what will happen 100 years from now exactly, but I certainly know 5 to 10 years from now what the focus is going to be.
Do you know how to change a transmission?
I do.
I'm impressed.
The guys have helped us with that.
Larry Dewey, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.